Hello and welcome to the 700 Club. The Prime Minister of Israel says his country has no better friend than Christians. He made that statement as he spoke to more than 100 Christian journalists from all around the world. He also talked about the persecution of Christians in the Middle East. Chris Mitchell brings us the story from Jerusalem.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu began by emphasizing the importance of Christian support for Israel.
Israel has no better friends, I mean that, no better friends in the world than the Christian communities around the world. And Israel is the one country in a vast region where Christians not only survive, they thrive.
He also castigated Iran for persecuting and torturing Christians and challenged the Christian media to put a spotlight on their plight.
Dedicate this week to highlighting the plight of the countless Christians suffering under Iran. Profile the brave Christian leaders jailed for practicing their faith. Sit with the families of the school teachers jailed for years merely for converting to Christianity. Call out the lies of President Rouhani, who promised in 2013 that all religions would, quote, feel justice in Iran, while so many Christians live there in constant terror.
This reporter asked the Prime Minister about Iran's attempt to create a Shiite Muslim arc of power in the Middle East.
They're trying to import Shiite militias that are now trying to choke the Kurds in Kirkuk. Shiite militias, Afghans, Pakistanis, under Iranian command, and they want to bring them also right next to the Golan Heights. That's what, well, you know, this is colonization of the worst kind.
CBN News also asked why Israel, with so many challenges, sends Israeli relief to the nations when disaster strikes.
And people say, well, what do you do? I mean, what is it that you get out of it? And the answer is, we're not getting out of it anything. We're fulfilling our deepest values. Israel is a light unto the nations.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
The contributions of Israel, of Israeli people to the world are beyond measure. And Gordon always says, and I think he's right, if we don't understand the history of the nation of Israel, we don't understand what's going on today. We want you to understand that. And so we want you to know you can get a hold of the DVD that's had such acclaim. It's called In Our Hands. It tells the story of Israel reclaiming the Temple Mount, of the history of their nation. And we want you to have that. So if you'd like to get a hold of it, find out how to do that for a gift of $15 or more. All you have to do is call 1-800-700-7000, or you can also get it by logging on to cbn.com. We live in interesting times. We need to understand why we stand for what we stand. Well, in other news, firefighters in California believe they finally turned a corner in fighting those massive wildfires in that state. John Jessup has that story from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. John?
Thanks, Terry. At least 40 people are confirmed dead from the fires, and California Governor Jerry Brown called them one of the greatest, if not the greatest tragedy that California has ever faced. But as Jenna Browder reports, with lighter winds and lower humidity, conditions are now improving.
After a week of devastating destruction and harrowing escapes.
My eyes are burning too, dude, but we still got oxygen, so we're not dead yet.
Finally, some signs of hope. Fire officials say they are starting to gain a lead on many of the 15 fires now raging across California's wine country and other parts of the state. This has become the deadliest outbreak in California's history, with dozens still missing and more than 5,000 homes and businesses destroyed. Officials are using everything they have: planes, helicopters, and over 11,000 firefighters. Fires are still burning dangerously close to many homes and vineyards, with 75,000 evacuations still in place. That number down from what was 100,000. For those who do get to return home, many find little left. Entire neighborhoods like this burned to the ground.
The house is gone. I haven't seen it. I saw my next neighbor's picture. Our whole street's gone.
Bob Boyett says he lost everything, but that's not stopping him and many others from helping. He's opened up his grocery stores to feed firefighters and first responders.
It's our job to take care of our community and do what we can, and we got all the stores open. This is my family. These are my people here.
And families and friends throughout the state are coming together as many will begin rebuilding their lives. Jenna Browder, CBN News.
Thanks, Jenna. Well, here in Washington, President Trump has an important lunch today with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. The president has not been shy about his frustration with McConnell and the Senate, especially when it comes to repealing and replacing Obamacare. Today, the two will be discussing how they can work together as the president needs McConnell to help pass his top priority in the Senate, tax reform. Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve could soon be raising interest rates again. The rate change would reflect growth in the economy, according to Fed Chair Janet Yellen. She says the impact of the recent hurricanes will likely slow economic growth, but believes the economy should rebound by the end of the year. Her comments suggest the Fed will raise rates for a third time this year by December. Well, humans and machines could be merging within 20 years with artificially intelligent nanodevices injected into people to repair and improve muscles, cells, and bones. That's the forecast from a senior inventor at IBM. According to the London Telegraph, the inventor believes the super tiny devices would be injected into human bodies and allow people to control things around them. And Terry, that's things in their homes simply by thought or gesture.
And so it begins. The question is, of course, where does that end and where is it taking us? Thank you, John.